Today on the Platinum Patrol, we have a game of King Hanj, aka the Platinum Patrol, as Terran, going up against our Zerg player, Grayski. We're going to have to see how the Plat Patrol does as a Terran, seeing as he is a Protoss main. Has he learned from his opponents, or from the Terran expert, Wrathfire Raw's, his strategies? We shall see. Currently, Grayski looks like he's making an Overlord, sending his other Overlord across the map. King Hanj has built a supply depot. That is phase 1 of being a Terran. Build a supply depot. Now we will see if he builds a barracks. He did, and he's building these SCVs. Nice. And the Zerg is making drones. Looks like he's sending another drone to make a hatchery. All of this seems pretty normal so far. The Terran's back to making a Vespene Geyser. We'll have to see what kind of tech he wants to go for, or if he'll make a... Oh, and if he'll make a Reaper to scout his opponent. His opponent still... Well, his opponent hasn't made his... Oh, he's about to make his extractor. He's going to make his extractor any second now. There we go. And probably make a spawning pool any second after this. Yep, the spawning pool started. And the Terran appears to finish his barracks. We'll have to see if he goes for a factory, more barracks, or a command center. Looks like his choice is going to be the command center. Once he gets his minerals, that is. He started his orbital. That's good. Orbitals are very strong. They give you lots of minerals and free workers that are temporary, then go away. In the meantime, our Zerg's collecting his gas. Probably going to be getting some Zergling speed. We'll have to see what he makes after that. His Overlords are coming across the map. Probably going to position themselves on these Overlord pillars that are on all the maps. And a second refinery going up for King Hanj, aka the Plat Patrol. His Reaper's coming across the map. He's got his fancy skin enabled, it looks like. He's got his jetpack. His other Overlords look like it's scouting more to the northern side of his base. And this Reaper's almost there. The Zerg has built his third hatchery. And a couple Zerglings and a Queen are in production. And the Reaper is shooting a hatchery. Good, he stopped doing that. This drone, we'll see if it transforms to some kind of spine crawler. It does. King Hanj shoots down one Zergling, probably. Oh, he mismicroed that and shot the other Zergling. He shot both Zerglings twice, and neither one died. Obviously not the most perfect micro, but that is probably pretty hard to do if you're a new Terran player. He sees the third base, and we'll have to see what his response is back home. He's got a factory with an SCV hanging out next to it. SCV's hiding behind the factory. He wants to be paid for not working. Oh, no, now he's revealed. Now he's got to get back to work. No, he's still hiding there. He's invisible. The mules are coming down. A second orbital's on the way. Swapping around some of the facilities here. Probably go for either 2 Hellions or 2 Widow Mines coming out of here. That's why I swapped to the reactor, you'd think. And we do see the 2 Hellions coming out. Hopefully, they can do some harassment, seeing as his Reaper just died. Which is kind of expected to the speed Zerglings, at least. Our Zerg's tech is going to be a Baneling nest. Nothing too crazy there, either. They're both tied on workers. But King Hanj has a... Well, King Hanj has a couple more SCVs now. And he's going to go up to a fusion core, so either ranged liberators or battlecruisers coming in. Could be the battlecruiser rush opening, although it's not too rushed in this game. Actually, it's pretty early. We'll have to see if he does that, or if he goes for some liberators. He's trying to get his Hellions through a gap they're too big to fit through. Oh, he lowered the depot. And now they're just hanging out. He didn't actually want to get out. Once he realized he walled his own units in, he just gave up, so it looks like to the observers that he knew what he was doing the whole time, instead. The Zerg does see these. How is he responding back home? He's getting a lair. Looks like he's just getting a lair, making Overlords. And now we get the 22 Zerglings starting. So these Zerglings will probably be able to surround these if he gets them out in time and knows where they are. Hellions come into the third base, and it appears that there's a queen in position to drive this off. Well, at least stall until the Zerglings come here. The Zerglings are at each individual hatchery. They weren't rallied anywhere, so that might hurt his defense. Some Baneleys come in. Looks like the Hellions get away for now. Take out one Zergling. There's 3 queens here, which is a pretty strong 4 to queens here, so he can't really push in here anymore. And he's taking the Hellions back home. In the meantime, our Zerg player is still not making anything else other than the Zerglings. He's not no Lair Tech units out yet. We'll have to see if he does anything. Back home, checking on that. It appears it is going to be for the battle cruiser from the Fusion Core. So that'll probably be coming across the map any time now. He's getting a 3rd command center, a 4th command center. So we've got 3 orbitals, and another command center building for his 2 bases. This guy really likes his mules, I guess. Maybe he'll take his 3rd base soon and then leave the other one for a 4th base. He's bringing the Hellions out, probably to scout out some more. Let's see if he jumps the battlecruiser in or flies it across the map. The Zerg player has no spore crawlers. He only has queens to deal with this. So this would probably be pretty strong. He'll probably run in the Hellions and then jump the battlecruiser into another base. And then try and get a lot of damage done that way. He's also waiting for his Infernal Pre-Igniters to finish. He's starting a 2nd battlecruiser also. Our Zerg hasn't scouted this, and here goes the battlecruiser jump. Looks like it's going into the main in the back, so it's going to fly in when the Hellions hit this base. We have to watch how many drones go down here. The Hellions are going to get cleaned up, but the battlecruiser in the main base is doing a lot of damage. His opponent didn't respond, so all the drones are just sitting here getting shot down. And it looks like that did a lot of damage. With 16 drones going down so far, and a queen. So that's very nice damage from King Hanj here. And his battlecruiser's barely taking any damage. We probably shouldn't try and fight these queens though. In the meantime, the Zerg's drones haven't gone back to mining yet, and this base is almost empty. King Hanj is up by 20 workers right now. So hopefully he can leverage this into some kind of push to win the game. This is a lot of damage he did right here. See if the Zerg goes for some kind of counterattack to make up for this. He's got a few corruptors out now. So the battlecruiser will not be able to hang out as long shooting at the drones. Although they can't shoot at the drones if you move the drones away. Which would probably have been a good idea for the Zerg player. One of those orbitals did land as the 3rd base. And the other one is still just a normal command center. We'll have to see what he does with that. He's got 3 tanks parked behind his line of depots, which are blocking 2 of his SCVs from working. But 2 of the tanks are in tank mode. We'll have to see if the Zerg runs by and blows this wall open. He could do a lot of damage if he did. His tanks aren't sieged up. There's some Hellions surrounding his factory at his ramp, though. Look at that, they're guarding it. His barracks is still floating. And in the meantime, the Zerg seems to be going for more corruptors and catching up on drones a little bit. He cut the difference from 20 to 13 now. And our Terran player is getting Yamato. And he still doesn't realize his SCVs are stuck. One of these days, maybe they'll get let out of prison and go working. Or maybe they just want to stay in prison and not work. You never know. Engineering Bay, 4th base is landed. Time for some upgrades, King Hanj. The Zerg built 10 more drones. He's catching up. But King Hanj keeps making SCVs also. And then here comes all the factories. 4 starports, 3 factories, 4 factories. It's a lot of production. What is he going to make? He's got 70 workers, and here comes the corruptors. They're flying by. They're looking at the SCVs. They can't hit the SCVs. This is like the Matrix in Neo. Can't hunt them down. And they're shooting at the command center. See if there's a repair. And in come the Hellions and a siege tank. They are not going to be able to hit this. The battlecruisers are almost here. They start shooting at the corruptors, but this orbital is getting pretty low. It looks like he has enough repairs now with these backup SCVs to save it. That cost him a lot of repair money. And one of his battlecruisers seems to be taking a good amount of damage from these corruptors. He's going to have to repair that too, or else he might lose the battlecruiser. He's got 50 health. He's repairing it, and it looks like the battlecruiser will be okay. And the Amatos come out. There goes 2 corruptors. That was a lot of repair money wasted, though. Zerg seems to be going for a large number of these corruptors now. He's built up 9. Probably going to get some more as the game goes on once he realizes King Hanj is making more and more battlecruisers. Speaking of that, the King Hanj is on 84 SCVs, so he can make as many battlecruisers as he wants. Which apparently is 0, because none of these starports are building anything. Even though he has a 2,700 mineral bank, and he had 1,000 mineral banks, so I'm guessing he started building some right now. Yeah, he started building 2 battlecruisers. But he is supply blocked. It's not great. Can't just warp in 10 pylons with 1 probe and walk away. He doesn't know the Terran difficulties as a Protoss player. And here comes 2 armories. Probably get some upgrades for his units. The Zerg player is getting his air upgrades. Here comes some corruptors coming in here to snipe off a battlecruiser. The battlecruiser does get out, and some missile turrets are now built. Hopefully stop the corruptors from taking out his orbital commands. But they can't reach the side of his base, and the corruptors come in to destroy this orbital. We'll have to see if there's enough repair here to save it. It appears King Hanj is repairing. He's building some turrets underneath the corruptors, but the orbital goes down. It's a good thing King Hanj built that 4th base early, because that is saving him his economy right now. Zerg player's only on 72 drones, but he's catching up. He's got a good number now. His army is bigger than King Hanj's. We'll have to see what it's comprised of, though. It looks like he's got 10 corruptors, 57 Zerglings, and 24 banelings. So he can't fight the battle. Well, he can fight the 3 battlecruisers King Hanj has, because the other ones haven't been built yet. But on the ground, it looks like King Hanj doesn't have too much to support these battlecruisers other than his defensively positioned siege tanks and Hellions. They can hold off the Zerglings and the banelings pretty well, though, at least. He's still supply blocked. I mean, this is a new supply block, but he's been supply blocked again. Which is really not great when you have a 4,000 bank you could be using. Of course, his opponent also has a 4,000 bank. Either of them has spent their money. They could like just win the fight by A moving into it now. But neither of them spent their money. So now there's going to be an even fight, because they're equally bad. Corruptors fly through a bunch of turrets here. Looks like they're looking for another command center. This one's a planetary. And it looks like this one's going to go down. There's just a lot of corruptors firing at it. Even with these SCVs repairing, and it blows up. Now the corruptors fly in to pose over the destroyed command center. The SCVs watch hopelessly as 5 missile turrets shoot down some corruptors, which just wanted to pose over their destroyed target. Very impressive. Now they go into the main. Looks like they're waiting for their cooldown to end so they can start shooting down this orbital too. But nope, they fly away because it wasn't ready. And then they fly back. King Hanj is not ready. He didn't expect this. I don't know why he didn't expect this. They were hovering over his command center for about 10 seconds. They're still hovering over his command center. And there's still no response. I guess he doesn't care about this command center. Oh, they're targeting the fusion core, targeting the command center. Command center's gonna go down, fusion core's gonna go down. They're targeting a Stargate, or a starport too. A couple turrets do finish, and the corruptors don't move out of range. He just lets 3 corruptors get shot down by missile turrets. 4 corruptors get shot down by missile turrets. And they fly away. But the Plat patrol can't make... Oh, these 2 battlecruisers run into 12 corruptors and the corruptors don't turn around. And now they turn around and 2 battlecruisers will die. It's not great for the Plat patrol here. He still has 5 SCVs just watching the wreckage, which has disappeared because it's been so long, of his command center. Probably got to get on rebuilding these. He's building 2 more command centers at the bottom of the map, though. His opponent, on the other hand, is building nothing, even though he has 7,500 resources banked up. And it looks like he just clicked about 100 units onto this hive. And they're just worshipping it. No idea why they're worshipping the hive. They should worship the hive units. Where's the Vipers? No Vipers to be seen. And King Hanj starts up his Thors. Should probably clear out this Overlord just in case there's a Nidus somewhere. Won't be that hard to do. Double-pronged Hellion harassment coming in. They're both at over 80 workers now, so this is a high economy game for sure. King Hanj is almost at 90. Might be a little too many. And here come the Hellions to hit us some damage. They're gone. Come with the other ones. Those ones run in. Looks like there's Zerg F2. It's only his entire army went to kill some. Transform it to the transformation mode. And there goes a lot of Zerglings. Doesn't really matter to our Zerg though. Unless he's out of larva, which he is not. Well, actually he is, he only has 3. But he has 20 corruptors, so however many battlecruisers King Hanj has, it's not going to be enough. This command center still hasn't been replaced. There's still like 12 SCVs working from this position. Very inefficiently. Some forward factories coming up with Thor is here. Production online. See if those Thors can take out all of these corruptors for him. Speaking of the corruptors, they fly over here. There's like 7 missile turrets here. And it's still probably not enough to stop the corruptors from shooting down this if they really wanted to. But then he'd lose some, and he's going to need them to fight these battle cruisers. Thor's in high impact mode. Some of them are in high impact mode. Drive off the corruptors. Command center is being replaced. Check on the upgrades. It appears our Terran has +1 infantry weapons to go with his tank battlecruiser Thor composition, while our Zerg has +1 air weapons and armor, and now +1 ground, melee, and missile attacks. I think one of our players knows which upgrades affects his units better than the other one. Speaking of them though, he started them all up now. +1 infantry weapons, two weapons, +1 infantry armor, and both the vehicle upgrades. Probably transitioning to a lot more Thors here then. 4 Broodlords are being made now. We'll see if he has the answer for this. He does have the Thors out. He's building more. He's got 6 Thors, it looks like. That's plenty. To deal with 4 Broodlords. He's got some stuff to tank for him. He's got, looks like, a couple battle cruisers left. And he's about to max out against our Zerg, who's already maxed out. We'll have to see who takes this maxed out fight. This planetary has 8 missile turrets at it. He really doesn't like these corruptors, does he? And looks like he's going at this undefended base. The Zerg is repositioning his Zerglings, along with 6 Vipers. That's a lot of Vipers. It's a lot of blinding clouds, potentially, orb ducks. He transitions the drones to the base. So confident his army will win. Here comes the big fight. There's blinding clouds everywhere. A parasitic bomb on the battlecruiser. Looks like there's just too many Thors in the back, though, and these corruptors have to pull out. Here they come back in. Not sure why they're coming back in. The Broodlords are here. You don't need the corruptors, though. The Thors aren't going to shoot them. 4 Broodlords versus 4 Thors. It appears it's going to be pretty close, but the Thors will win with 2 left. So probably have to reposition these tanks to hit this hatchery, though. The Zerg goes away. Behind this, the Zerg has a 7,500 bank. What will he build? Looks like 16 corruptors. I don't know why he's building 16 corruptors to fight this ground army. Looks to be 16 Broodlords. And then our Terran's building 3 more Thors. Ha! The Zerg says, come on. I don't know why he's saying come on. He just A-moved into him and he A-moved into him. And then he used the blinding clouds. Apparently the 100 Zergling army was not efficient to beat the Thor and Hellbat and tank army. What a surprise. And there were like 16 corruptors to hit 1 battlecruiser. It was very impressive. In the meantime, some more harassment comes in here. Some more drones will go down, bringing the total this game up to 90 drones killed. That is a lot of harass. Wow. And here comes some more units coming in from all the sides. Now he's going to consolidate his army and probably make 1 big attack on this hatchery. It's just Zergling Corruptor, which is really not an army that beats Hellbat Thor in any form. It looks like not a single unit died from King Hanj and 50 Zerglings died again. But here, oh my goodness. 15 Broodlords. Let's see if King Hanj can respond to this. He's pulling his Thors out. He's going to need more. Just rallying more Thors over here. I think you just want to go back and group up all your Thors and kill these Broodlords. Because you have stuff in all of his bases. This guy's got 15 drones. 15 drones. So these Thors did not retreat yet. So that means they're going to die. Which is pretty bad. See where he's producing his Thors. He's going to have to ride them probably back to... He might have to sacrifice some production here. Because he doesn't have what it takes to fight these Broodlords yet. He's going mass Thors, building a couple of Vikings. Good. This planetary and 8 turrets doesn't do anything against 15 Broodlords, though. See how many Thors he's building. He's building more. He could be building more Thors. He just doesn't have them in production. He could have them queued up. He's got the money for it. He's gonna need these Thors. Build one here. You have 4 factories up here. Build more Thors. Maybe he doesn't have this one hotkeyed. He's taking up a position, but I don't think he has enough here. I think these 5 Thors need to retreat. I think he needs to sacrifice this base, and then maybe even this base, and then just go back. Because his opponent only has this army. There's nothing else he has behind this. So as long as he survives this attack with some economy left, and he has 2 mining bases above this, so he could. He's going to take the fight with the 5-6 Thors here. I'm not sure this is a great idea. And the Broodlords are destroying all of this. He's losing some Broodlords, but the Broodlords are taking out the Thors. He's rallying more Thors down. I'm not convinced that's the answer here. They're dying. Yeah, I'm pretty sure King Hanj is missing some hotkeys on his factories. Because this one hasn't produced anything this whole time. Looks like another command center is going to go down. His front factory is going to go down. These Thors might get caught when they come out. This one gets away, probably. This one's going to die. There's too much stuff here. He's going to chase it down. Looks like our Zerg is sending more Zerglings over. This Thor's holding the line. It's like, you shall not pass. I'm blowing away all the Zerglings that come near this base. His southern bases are dying though, and the Zerg realizes that he has to kill the production. So he kills these factories and moves up towards the main base. Some Zerglings break in, the Thors get surrounded. There's some Vikings here, but the Corruptors are still here. The Vikings aren't going to help. It looks like King Hanj doesn't have the production to make enough Thors. It's pretty unfortunate. His one factory never built anything. And if he saw this, like if you just see like 15 Broodlords walking at you and nothing else, maybe you put some of these starport tech labs onto your factories with the reactor. Maybe that helps out. But it looks like King Hanj is going to go down here. He says Zerg balanced because he can't counter an army of 1 unit that walks across the map. And his opponent had 15 drones for 4 or 5 minutes there, and he still won. Because apparently, Broodlord too strong.